Hi guys, awesome that you have tuned in. Today I have a very special model here in my hand. It is my own watch and I really love everything about the watch. And if you consider that good things will come to those who wait, this watch basically really is the blueprint to it, so to say. I always wanted to have that watch here, and I told myself I will only buy that watch. I mean, back in the days, you could buy these kind of watches around 3,000 euros or so, you know, and now they're above 6,000. So back in the days, I said, you know, only if I kind of have a certain super cool moment or situation in my life and I can mark with that watch, you know, to be a milestone that happened in my life, I will acquire myself an Omega Speedmaster. And one day, I kind of got in contact with a watchmaker, and you know, he heard my story, and he kind of, you know, also, well, understood the passion that I have behind, you know, the brand Omega Speedmaster professional watches, and not only the Omega Speedmaster, but this is really my dearest watch that I have, but watches in general. And he was like, you know, it is the hardest thing to really get yourself and use the Omega Speedmaster in order. I believe that's what he said. I believe that the time will do its thing, and when it's time for you to receive this watch, you will get it. And at first I was like, I don't know, I would like to. And he said, no, these kind of things are, you know, very mystical things to get. Like, you know, if you are in the watch world, and you already had a few things done and few things achieved and so on, also in life in general, you will understand that things do not happen without reason. You will understand there are no coincidences in life, and you will also understand that if you did one time something wrong, you will on and on have these kind of situations and trials until you manage to get the situations right. And this was also something with me. I was back in the days very impatient. I could not wait. I was kind of rushing from one goal to the other. And at that day, I heard to the watchmaker and started to think. And I said, okay, let's do it that way. I will always love the watch. I will always adore it, but I will not try to pressure, you know, to pressure it and to, you know, to force it to get my hands on the watch. And funny enough, 2 years after, I did not have too much contact with the watchmaker. Just for you as an information, 2 years after, I had a certain situation that occurred, and it was very mystical and very unexplainable. And I received the call from this watchmaker. And the situation that occurred, I already discussed it in another video. Just feel free and go over my Omega Speedmaster videos. This watchmaker happened to call exactly in that moment when this situation occurred. And some other things also happened that were unexplainable. And he was calling me and asking, hey, I do not want to say I have the watch for you, but I got the watch for you. In other words, do you still want it? And, you know, if you now, I waited for the watch 2 years, but if you now wait for your Rolex, you know, like 5 to 10 years, and the AD is calling you and asking you if you still would like to have the watch. Now, let me know, what's your decision? Of course, I would like to have the watch. Man, I was throwing the bag that I had in my hand into the corner when I received the call, kissed my girl. Back in the day, she was my wife, was just my girl, and hopped into the car, drove down to the watchmaker, looked at the watch, and it was like magic, guys. It was like freaking magic. That's what I wanted to tell you up front, prior. It's magic. It is magic. And the coolest and funny part of that is I met so many people, and these people involved in that watch mean to this day very, very much to me. I really respect those people. I have them very high in my how you could say that, respect list maybe, or in the situation that occurred in my life that are you know, you got situations that are meaningless, right? You have them, you forget that, and you continue, you move on. But if you would have now a list and would consider on a certain list that some situation in life are very important for you, this situation and these people that were involved with this watch are the ones that are on the list, in my imaginable list of very, very important persons in my life. And now I got to the watchmaker, right? And I would like to imagine how it looked like at his how you call it, little shop. You walk in, at first it's a little dark. From the outside you can't really recognize how it, what exactly is in there. And then you go through a very narrow floor, and when you open up that wooden door, I mean, the watchmaker, watch enthusiast world is starting to spread out there. On the left side, you have Omega Speedmaster posters. You got everywhere watch parts laying around. You got on the right side his little corner where he fixed things. You have in front of you the desk. You have, really, I'm not kidding you, everywhere where your eyes look in that shop are books of knowledge in regards of Omega, in regards of Rolex, in regards of many, many, many other different brands that you probably never heard of. And I stepped into the room, and also when you get into the watchmaker's shop, it smells like old, but not old in that sense where you say, oh, you know, it's smelly. It does not smell good. It smells so good, guys. It's incredibly, I don't know what it is. Is it a mixture of watches and the watch oil, and maybe even, you know, the shop tools that he had laying around, and some he had a huge box with straps. You know, you can almost jump in and, you know, swim around in that box. It was really, really crazy. But I really liked that overall situation that was there. And I stepped in, and on the left side was the guy, the watch seller of this watch, and I didn't really recognize that. And he was sitting at his desk, and I went into there, and I was completely euphoric. So, oh my God, did it really happen? And, you know, my watchmaker does not like to see, you know, too much emotions around that watch, as you know, that's his job. And when he tried to twist the universe for me, he wanted that to be in all quietness. So I very, very fast understood that situation, so I, you know, calmed down, and he showed me that watch, and the watch seller was also next to him. And man, guys, I was completely blown away. And in that condition that you are, I really had tears in my eyes. And I know these two people, these two guys, still even saw a little bit more than I really experienced, probably, because you know, it's the reflection of yourself. I thought I was a little bit euphoric, but maybe I was too euphoric, and I don't know, maybe I cried also like a little baby. I don't know. Well, I received the watch, you know, to get to the point. I received the watch, and I was very thankful for it. I was incredibly thankful for it. In the condition, to get back to the subject, the condition that you see the watch here, it hasn't looked like that, you know. It was just the watch and the strap. I just had the case and the strap. And it's so incredible. And the watch seller told me, you know what, if you would like to have a watch strap, I mean an original bracelet, you have to wait a little bit until we manage to get our hands on that bracelet. And you know, since these watches are vintage, you know, these are discontinued, these are vintage, these are original, you have to wait. You have to wait until you get your hands really on the perfect strap, on the perfect bracelet that is really fitting that watch. And well, what can I say? The watch seller promised me to get his hands on a bracelet. And now to the little story to the watch. The watch belonged to a bike repair shop, to a guy that was with his hands, you know, with the beauty of your creation, of your talent that you received from above, from the Lord, from the universe, call it whatever. He was repairing things. You know, this is the most honorable what can happen to me, to get from an honest person, a man that is hardworking, that is sometimes struggling with his work, but sometimes always also bathing in his success. This is the most rewarding thing for me, that I received this watch. And maybe he will one day also look over the video, and if he looks, I would like to thank him from the bottom of my heart that this really happened, that this really occurred. I'm absolutely, you guys, you hear that? I really love that watch. I adore the story and everything what is surrounded by it. Fast forward, guys. It took me 2 years to get my hands on the watch. It took me another additional year when the watch seller called me and told me that he finally was able to give me that strap, to give me that bracelet, to give me the matching bracelet. And I think, you know, looking over the situation now, I still can't believe it. And I know there's out there, you know, people say Lord, universe, you can call it whatever, as I said. But I know there is something out there, and it is listening to you, okay? And whatever you are, you know, believing, just know that whatever you wish yourself, wherever you dream yourself, whatever your dreams and hopes are, be aware that things will happen, for sure. I just would like to say that, you know, it's not watch related or something, and I'm maybe getting too much into the esoterical world now, but I just would like to let you know, guys, that things can happen, and this is the most beauteous and perfect example that you see right here. To the watch, normal Omega Speedmaster professional watch that you can, you know, get your hands on, but you know, it's a little beaten up, and to be honest, I really don't care. Look at the lux. It's beaten up. Maybe I should have gotten it polished, but I'm not the type of guy, you know, to polish anything, because as I told you guys, it's the story that is behind the watch. The story that gives me sometimes goosebumps, you know, how everything happened and how people were involved. And shout outs to Adam and shout outs to Martin, and yeah, to the unknown owner of the beautiful watch. Guys, let me know in the comments below, did you also think like I do, or do you think, come on, that's a little bit over the top, it's a watch, man, you know? Or do you also have that feeling, you know, holding a watch in your hand and the watch is really talking to you, you know, and you are respecting a watch as you're aware that the watch also has a history. Some would even say a soul. Just let me know in the comments below what you think about that review. It's a special one. I know we didn't dig into the watch specifications, but I have a lot of other videos that are having these kind of watch specifications and diameter and thickness and what kind of glass and what kind of bracelet and blah blah blah, this and that. I hope you enjoyed that video, guys, and if you really did, just show some appreciation, hit the like button and subscribe. I'm gonna see us in the next video. I love you guys. Bye bye.